welcome. I am Jess Countenance with Guided by Equus. I'm Jess Countenance here with your HorseWisdom energetic forecast for the week of July 1st. And it feels like we're actually tuning into the entire month of July. There's a lot of shifts that have been going on, and we're coming up on the first of 2 eclipses and the first of 2 new moons for this month. And so like summer, just having to take a deep breath and kind of really leaning into last week's creating space. It feels like, and I know personally for me, there was a significant insight that I gained within my own family dynamics as to how I have been operating, I guess, to kind of protect myself. And it's interesting because I've been working with the horses all day long, and finally the sun was out and it wasn't raining or windy and there weren't tractors running. And now that I've wanted to do this video, all of the horses have decided to kind of leave and go in their own direction. And yet that actually feels reminiscent of where we're going this week. And so it's like everything else is kind of moving in its own direction, so we can find that channel for us to be. And I've been in this channel just really immersed. And actually, as I was just kind of holding space, and I do this thing where I run my hands over their body and find different points on them, and Summer's yawning, and I just kind of hold my hands or my fingertips over that. I'll just try and shift. I'm even having to take a deep breath on that, and that just really creates space for whatever needs to happen, and so often that's more flow to the area, and is healing, and it's healing for both of us. And the words I got were, if we create the space, they will show us the way. And so that can be applied to the horses, but it actually can be applied to life too. And so again, this week, it's like creating the space for that channel to show you the way. And so kind of from last week to this week and into this month, just to really create that space for whatever wants to show you the way, like a new way, and not even new, but a way that maybe has been part of your past, but that really, really, really wants to have you take a deep dive into it. And right now I'm recognizing that there's almost no horses in my video, but that's okay. Because what I realized too, as much as I love doing it with the horses, I actually love doing it with humans too, just finding different points on people's bodies that is related to, I guess what I'll call an energetic blockage. And really simply by focusing with compassion and holding space for what wants to happen without being attached to the outcome, it's really a very practical process that creates magical results. And as I was engaged with the horses earlier today, it just kind of popped into my head that, oh my God, I could stand here and do this all day. But then my brain tells me, yeah, but this isn't making you money, and this isn't doing this, and this isn't doing this, and you're not getting all this done. But knowing that, then I really dropped back into the space. I've just been engaged with that process all day long, and then I finished with a really good feeling kind of ride afterwards on Sadie. In that, and she was so free in her body and her mind that actually really that's a testament to creating that space for whatever wants to come through, because I feel so fulfilled and filled today with what I've been doing, what I love throughout the day, and just really feeling like this entire month is asking for us to nurture that, whatever that is for each one of us. And so really, and actually it connects to our power center too, because I'm feeling just a lot going on, and grounding that energy now. I'm feeling my feet on the ground. And so for whatever that is, it's like it's enlivening our power source. Because what that means for each one of us is completely different. But if we just breathe into that and be okay with it, that it doesn't have to take a form that we know or show up in a form that we think it has to come through in, really it can actually manifest itself in our life in a way that we have no idea how supportive it can be, but to just trust and really lean into honoring and creating space for the realization of that process for each of us. So that feels like kind of, I guess, an entire month summary, and yet it's the lead-in for this week. So if you can find that time and that space for yourself to engage in whatever that means for you, you're actually, July is a universal 1 month. So it's kind of that new beginnings, that creation. So you're beginning the creation of this your step into this next phase or this next chapter. And those are the best metaphors I can bring for it, but honestly it feels really, really true on a very cellular level, a very deep level, and finding the truth for what that means for you and just really, 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 really nurturing it, especially this month. So much love from myself and the horses that are somewhere over here behind me. And I only have the 4 of them here because everybody else has kind of gone out and moved out into the world, some of them for a few months, some of them for longer. But finding new beginnings, new pathways of exploration, so that those of us that come back together later on have the experience to partake in something that is bigger than each one of us. So I don't know where that came from, but just take that for what it is, and see if you can just allow that letting go process for everybody to kind of find their own thing, so that whenever you come together with those that are deeply meaningful for you in your life, that you're coming together from a very empowered standpoint. So much love for myself and the horses. And I really look forward to sharing what arrives for us next week and for the rest of the month of July. All right, take care, guys.